Hey, okay, here we are, opening up a Twitter account. I've done many of these in the past and continue to do so. There's a big reason behind opening multiple Twitter accounts. If you have a niche, let's say for argument's sake internet marketing, and you have a Twitter account, it's most likely going to have a username based on a keyword that you're targeting audience for. So multiple Twitter accounts, as we go through teaching you how to find followers, will be targeting different groups of followers inside the same industry. Same for, I don't know, when you say dog training. If you have an ebook on dog training and you build a Twitter following and you get your Twitter following to 2, 3, 4,000 on dog training, you'd be doing pretty well. And then you might find another affiliate that you want to affiliate for, and that's a ClickBank product, maybe an ebook on meals for your dog or something. That wouldn't be 100% applicable to your dog training list. It would be somewhat, but it wouldn't be 100%. So you could set up a second Twitter account, dog meals, twitter.com/dog meals or excellent dog meals or something, and you can start targeting people who are interested in that particular topic. Now remember, the aggregate of the two accounts is how many followers you have in the one industry. They may overlap, and there's tools to find out if your two accounts are overlapping in followers. That's not a negative thing at all, it's quite positive. You could be advertising a particular link to both lists, and they could find it appearing on the drop down box here in front of us, or on their own timeline, from two different people. And the more the particular link appears in front of any particular person, the more chance they have of seeing it. So we could write an ebook on the benefits of having multiple Twitter accounts, but it's my practice to do that. And let's go in and open another one. Okay, so I click on join today. Now here we are. Okay, full name. You can use your own name, you can use a pseudonym. In this case I'm going to use my own name, but maybe it's up to yourself. I'll tell you where I find it useful using a pseudonym. If you're affiliating products in a different industry to your main industry, it's handy to use a pseudonym. I've a number of pseudonyms for products that are outside the realm of internet marketing and social media. So I dabble on the side, but not under my name, because you don't want people thinking you're jack of all trades. Okay, so I put my name in here. Okay, username. Let's look at online money. Checking. Most likely it's gone. Okay. Now we can always put underscores in, which has happened quite a lot in the last while with people using their own names. So James Cannon would be gone, so someone would use James underscore Cannon, and then that's gone now. So I have some underscores and some things if I'm making more of a statement up, like a sentence, but just for a noun, I wouldn't bother using an underscore. Let's try easy online money. Easy money online. Already been taken. All the good ones are taken. So in this case, I'll resort to using an underscore. Okay. Password, easy enough. Email. Let others find me by email address. I tend to untick that, just for the purposes of what we're doing. We're not building any. Well, in this example, I'm not building any particular brand that I will have associated to a website, so there's no need for taking that. I want the inside scoop. Please send me updates. I tend to untick that as well after having more than one account. Emails in from Twitter will tend to fill your inbox very quickly, so we limit them as much as possible. So I put the caption. If it pops up, missed that. Oh, worked anyway. Okay, here we are. Easy money online. Here's the box where we can put our first tweet, and it'll come out in the public domain along with the other 5,000 or 6,000 tweets that go out per second. So it's not going to be fairly effective. Down here on the right hand side, we have trending topics. Topics are listed in two versions. One is words that appear most often, and the other one are hashtags. Hashtags are quite handy for any events that are running. Every person that is on Twitter speaking about a particular event can use hashtags, and it keeps continuity among the tweets, and it's great for searching then. And we'll learn more about that as we go along. One thing I want to point out to you there is that, like a blog, your Twitter account has an RSS feed. So if you are building decent followers and engaging with them quite often, you may find some of them repeating your tweets in their blogs or their Twitter feeds, and this is how they do it through the RSS feed. We'll go more into that then. We've got 0 people following us, 0 followers, and 0 listed. Listed is another handy tool and minimizes and takes a snapshot of your followers, so you can keep an eye on different sections of your followers. So if you've a couple of thousand followers and a group of 10 of them or 12 of them are part of some network that you met at one stage and you want to follow how they're doing as a group, then you can add them to your list, and you can make as many lists up as you'd like. In this case, the 0 represents how many lists you're on at the moment, and it also, as them numbers increase, it also represents how popular you are with your followers, that they thought highly enough of you to put on a list because they want to follow your tweets. So it's good feedback there. Okay, so this is the home page, which should be basically Twitter itself, showing any tweets from followers you're following. So at the moment we're following no one, so there's nothing there to show. Profile is going to show just your tweets and your direct timeline. There's been nothing posted up just yet. We've no photo either, no avatar. Find people. So there's a couple of ways to find people on Twitter. One is you know who you're looking for. So in my case, let's look for me. Let's see what comes up. Yeah, a few of my accounts. Okay, so we'll follow me. We'll follow me again. Twitter's getting very overloaded. You may find the page going down when you're doing transactions. But all you need to do is refresh it to solve our problem. Okay, it's only let me follow one me. Actually, I have a few accounts in my name, as you can as you can see. I have no problem. And I'm following. Okay, grand. So moving on. We're following 2 people now, and let's go back to find people again. Just go through the other options that we have available. Invite by email. Now, this is where the option that I deselected at the start, saying searchable by email. If you invite people by email here, and they didn't deselect the checkbox that we deselected there a few minutes ago, then you'll be able to pick them up. If they have, then you won't be able to find them by their email address. Find friends. This will jump into your Gmail and Yahoo, and if you're with AOL, address book, and find them by email, and also your LinkedIn contacts. And browse suggestions. This is Twitter bias, people who are important or popular in certain categories you can find. So you just click on any category here and it will come a huge list of people. I don't think it's in any particular order from what I know. So okay, now the important thing I want to show you, settings. First thing you do to when you open a Twitter account, even before you follow people, is organize your settings so everything is correct and ready. Name James Cannon, username grand, EZ Money Online. Here is where you can change your username if you wish. It's probably best to change it early on, but if you plan on building up a following in a particular industry and you want to change your brand name later on from, let's say, a keyword to a company name or even a personal name, you can do that. And what happens is your username is the way you log into Twitter. So any of your applications that you use to log into Twitter, such as TweetDeck or any other management applications used for Twitter, the username will have to be changed in all those also. But you can change the username. As well as that, your links will all be defunct. So if you've posted your username twitter.com/EZ_money online in numerous places, they'll all be dead links then as soon as you change. So it is possible to change and it can be useful, but there's a few drawbacks, but you can weigh that up. Also, Twitter likes to confirm your email address. So a confirmation email has gone to me at jamesgo@gmail.com. So let's just check that and confirm it now so we can move on. Okay, click the link. Okay, we're confirmed. Okay, so where we are now is, this is taking us to the homepage. I'll close this tab down and go back to where we were, which is Twitter settings, and I'll show you. If you click on the homepage, you can see it shows us tweets from the people we're following at the moment, all 3 of them. So it's a busy timeline already, and we're only following 3 people. So you can imagine how cumbersome Twitter can get without the tools I'm going to be showing you as we go on. Right, back to settings. So now we have an email address that's been confirmed. We can select this box, let others find me by email, as I showed you before. I'll leave it unticked again. Time zone. It's best to be congruent with, actually, while we're in the settings here, it's best to be congruent with Twitter, just so you don't get confused. If you're picking a part of the world that you want to base your account in, then make sure you pick the correct time zone while you're at it. Add location to your tweets. I don't bother adding location to the tweets. You can do that. You can read here and learn more. I've never done it before, purely because it's completely online stuff. There's no offline stuff that is location based that I advertise or affiliate. Protect my tweets. This is using Twitter for essentially what it was designed for in the beginning, was to have small groups of conversations, and if you wanted to protect your tweet, you'd be dedicating your whole account to the few people you'd be having these conversations with. It does have its uses, but in the context we're talking about, we're going to ignore that, and that won't be used. And always press save in any of these pages before you move on. Now there's one other link here I haven't noticed before. Deactivate my account. this could be useful to a normal person that's on Twitter and doesn't use it for making money, and they want to just get off and leave it alone. But come up to the point up here, there's no need to deactivate your account if you've a large number of followers in a particular niche, and you change your username because you're changing them followers to a different niche. You can do that, and the followers will still be attached to you. You'll find that they might start unfollowing you slowly but surely, but there's no need to go and deactivate account and start from scratch. There is a number of benefits from having an account that is aged over a certain period of time, and an account obviously that has a large following as well. That's a huge benefit to every next follower that looks and sees how many followers you have will get the impression that you're giving something of value, so they'll follow you also. So in this context, there's no need to ever deactivate an account. Next, passwords. Very simple. Current password in, and new password, and verify a new password if you ever want to change. Mobile. This is how Twitter started off. Twitter started off as a platform for mobile communication, and that's where the 140 characters came from, because that's the same character amount that SMSs use. So they still carry that forward, but it's not as prevalent as it would have been at the very beginning. So in this case, we're not going to use that service at all. Notices. Okay, this is just what I was saying earlier on, that we unticked I want the inside scoop. We might as well untick these two as well if we're planning to do what I'm teaching. Every time a follower follows you, you don't want an email coming in. We're aiming for thousands and thousands of followers, and a standard notice email coming in will really clog up your inbox. You can keep it for the start, which is it'll give you an indication of the frequency of people following you on Twitter, but essentially it's not needed at all. And direct text emails, I'll go on to direct messages a bit later on, but basically Twitter has two types of messages that you can send. One is public and the other is private, and they call it a DM, direct message. So if someone's sending you a direct message, you can have that you get an email notice that there's a direct message in your inbox on Twitter to look for. But what I find is that the way we're going in our industry, a lot of people every person that follows you will probably take the opportunity to send you a direct message, or every person that you follow. So again, just like the notification emails for a new follower, direct messages could become quite cumbersome as well to sift through. But there's tools as well for that, so I'll show you later. Profile. This is where I'd like to spend a bit of time. When people come to your Twitter account, there's a very small percentage. I'll find out the stats and I'll show you in another video when we're looking at my Bitly account again. But there's a small percentage of people come through Twitter, through the web. Nowadays, mobiles are prevalent, Blackberries, iPhones, Androids. People tend to use the APIs to find what they're looking for and engage through different platforms. So Twitter is the Twitter profile it's by no means obsolete, but it doesn't get viewed as much. As I said, it's nice to be congruent when you're doing anything and do it right from the start. So there's no point tweeting out great content and getting loads of followers and then having a completely mundane account with no avatar, no background. Well, a standard avatar and a standard background. So let's just quickly go on and look for an image. So we'll go to Google. This is a real exercise. You can spend a lot more time at this when you're doing it yourself. I'm just going to type the keyword that we use for the username in, and we search Google Images. Okay. My username's Easy Money online, and we've an Easy Money there. That'd nearly do the job. Okay. So, we have it. Easy money. Save image as. Remember, it's an avatar. It does not have to be that big. Easy money. Throw it on the desktop there. Go back to Twitter. Browse. Let's look on our desktop. Easy money. Okay. So we'll press save at this stage just to make sure we get that avatar in. There's no mistakes. Great, so there we go, there's our avatar. Okay, location. Where are we located? Lots of times I might say online, but for if we're building followers and we're in an industry, for me it's in my name, so I'm just going to say where I am, where I'm operating from. If you're using a pseudonym, you can use online as a generic. A lot of people use online. You can use your local community. I think it's a bit negative if we're operating on the internet, because it's not a local thing we're localizing here. So I'll just say Dublin. Okay, website jamesisgo.com, and then bio. You've 180 characters here, or 160, so they're 20 characters more generous than they are in the tweets. So, bio. I make money online. Right, okay, that bio sounds quite simple. It's not finished yet, but the bio is indexed by Google, so your Twitter account is up for 24/7 and you're putting fresh content on it consistently, which gives which is what Twitter needs, of course, and it's what Google looks for. And the one thing that the Google will index from your account is your bio. I've got another strategy on bios that I'll show you later on, but I make money online. Keyword there is make money online. I also make money from Twitter, so we have make money on Twitter there as well. Come join me. Okay, here's a simple bio. So we'll save that now. Great. Okay, let's go to the design. There are companies out there that will do Twitter designs for you for $30, $40, $50. Personally, it's probably a bit overkill, considering we're planning on setting up multiple Twitter accounts in the same industry, and the idea is to do this as cheaply as possible, just purely to bootstrap it rather than to treat it as a cheap business. When you start making money, then you can go in and change each individual one if you'd like. I've never paid for a background myself, although if I was building my own brand and the account's my name, I might do, but I've mind about developing company, so it wasn't I didn't go out there and source another designer to do it. Anyway, I like to throw a background image in rather than, and see Twitter some new backgrounds there. So change background image. Okay, we're going to look for a background image for easy money. Let's have a look at this image, let's see what it's like. Save image as. I'm going really quickly through this because I just want to show you the basics. As I said, you can spend a lot more time at this when you're doing it yourself, but I would suggest that you run through it first and get it going. So I was told when I started out in this game was you don't have to get it right, you just have to get it going. So the aim is to run through here, tick all the boxes, and get the system running, and then we can come back and worry about design a bit later. So we've two options with putting a background image in. One is as it is there, and the second one is to tile it. So I'll tile it for the moment, but it'd be nice if the image was cut slightly there where there's no dark, and then it'll look like it was just a load of money lying down. Anyway, that'll do. So save our changes, and I think that wraps up our Twitter account and the few tips I just wanted to point out to you. So we have a help section here as well, and there's also information down here at the bottom. I've never gone into this. The only important thing is of course terms, and then there's also rules, and it might be under the help section, which is always well worth running your eye over. So find the link for it. I can't find the link for it, but I know what it is anyway. It's twitter.com/rules. Okay, so you've made your first Twitter account and you have your background up and running. You've verified your email address, you've your avatar in, you've unsubscribed from all the notifications from Twitter, and you have your location in and your time zone. And hopefully you'll follow a few people and join me in the next video, and I'll show you how we're going to build up our following system to make sure that we consistently build up a list of followers. Meanwhile, have a read through the Twitter rules and bear them in mind as we go forward. I'll speak to you in the next video.